Hey guys, so the clear came in today, and that's what I'm using. There's the DCX61. Still got to get the black paint, which is going to be a jet black. So I got the doors off, the trunk off. I can't really take the hood off and the fenders until I get some help, so probably once my wife comes home. That was perfect timing. I have a question, and I'm sure you guys have an answer. So, first of all, what I'm thinking about doing, and I'm not sure what the best way to do this is because I've got two different colors I'm spraying. But I've got to spray the whole interior, dash, and firewall gloss black. And then, of course, all the jambs are going to be painted iridium. My question is, and I think he wants the trunk under here iridium. All of this will obviously be iridium. These will be black. And what else? But what I've noticed is when people jam, they don't really mask this off so much. So what I see is a little bit, say I'm painting this that iridium color. So you spray it and you basically blow up through here and it covers this, but it blows out into this area a little bit. My thought was, why wouldn't I backmask this off and just to where it wouldn't blow out all over that? But maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe when you come back and you sand that all down and blend it together or whatever. But even still, okay, so backing up a bit. So you're painting this, you're also going to clear this. So now you've got paint and clear blown into this area here. So then you got to sand that back off, which the paint and the clear is pretty hard to sand sometimes. So you end up, my basic question is, why would you not backmask this and just run it right up to this edge and then leave your edge there? And then when you come back to paint the outside of the car, go ahead and scuff, just in here or whatever, and shut your door. And then, you're going to catch all of this area again. And maybe that's how you do it. But I've just seen people blow this stuff out like this, and it just didn't really make sense to me because I don't really want to have to sand that again. You know what I mean? I'll have to sand it, but I don't want to have to sand it with clear and everything else on it. So, same with all this stuff, I'm going to have to paint this in here iridium. And this edge, so do I backmask up to that edge? Same with literally everything. Do you, when you're jamming this on the inside of the hood, do you backmask up here and cut your line right there? I know this is probably real simple for most people that have done it a lot, but I haven't ever done it, so I'm kind of confused on how you go about that. So I'll be taking the fenders off and jamming all this in here iridium. All this in here will be iridium. So I'm like, where do I stop this? Do I actually, well, let me show you what I'm talking about. I would take my tape and I would backmask like that. So now I'm just spraying. And then obviously that whole top would be masked. So now I'm just spraying the iridium on this edge. So all the way up to here is going to be iridium. And then everything on this side of it will be black. So there's going to be a line there. It'll be a soft line, but it should be a line. Is that the way I should go about it? Is that the best way to do it? Because like I said, I've seen several people that have, like when their car is all put back together, there's almost a strip of paint down both deals where maybe they didn't mask it and they just shot over it, and then they'd have to sand that back off. So you see what I'm saying? I don't want to put paint and clear on this surface and then have to block sand that all back off again you know, because that thing sits for however long like that, and that clear hardens. That shit's going to be hard to get off, and it's going to maybe possibly make this surface uneven if I end up getting on it, you know what I mean? So that's my question. You know, same with this. I just planned on backmasking right up to there, shooting all this in here. Same with the doors, everything else. So let me know if that's the correct way, you know, just like that. Take my tape off and basically just blast all that all the way around. So I need some guidance on this this area here where I'm getting ready to do. So I would appreciate any input you guys have. Also, another question. So this right here is not probably exactly where I want it. I mean, it's close, but I may have to do a little bit more adjusting. So what I thought I would do is take that off, and I'll jam all this. Then when I put that back on, use those little plastic washers to go underneath it until I got it where I wanted it. But I'd have to take the washer back off and crank it down. So what I see people do is basically get it where they want it now, and then just paint the whole damn thing with the rest of it. So, but if it's not exactly where you want it, and you get to moving, you know, getting the boom in it and retightening it, you're going to start messing the paint up. So unless you were to pull that off and maybe put tape behind it until you got it where you wanted it, you know. So there's just little tiny stuff like this that I need a little bit of guidance on, because I'm just not real sure how to attack this really. And I've got the dash, and I thought, what would be easier, to paint it all black in here first in the firewall, then mask all that off, and then paint the jambs, you know, all this here, all that, all up in there, because I'm going to have to mask the top and the rest of the car off. You know, all this will have to be painted. That's another deal. Do I backmask this, you know what I mean, up to that area, and just spray in here, and then have that line right here, and then come back when I'm done, you know, later on when I go to paint, and just kind of scuff that area in there, and then, you know, right through here with a Scotch-Brite or whatever, and then blow that clear back down into that gap. I don't know. This is a new one on me. So any guidance that you guys could give would be, and maybe there's many ways to do it, maybe there's only one way to do it, but regardless, I don't know that way. So I've got an idea of what I had thought about doing, but I don't want to do something that's going to cause me more work and then have to like undo something or sand something I didn't have to sand. So anyway, I don't want to make this too long, but that's basically my question. So if you guys could help me out with that, I would really appreciate it.